Hey there, greetings. Hello, my friend. How are you? How are you today? I pray that you are doing well, that you're enjoying the day and all that it has to offer you. What are we talking about today? This is Jerome Shaw, marketing motivator and meditator on the gratitude mindset journey. 30 days of gratitude, cultivating our attitude of gratitude. And I have a message for you. Today is day 10 of the gratitude journey, and a message came to me from an old friend from a boarding school that I was actually sent to when I was younger. In my younger years, I was sent to a boarding school in Calhoun, Tennessee, where I spent 11 months there. And boy, the things that went down there, right? And an old friend of mine from that school messaged me. And here's what he said. He said, "You got any time to talk?" I said, "Yeah, man, I have a moment. What's up?" He said, "I'm not in a good place." Drop a heart if you've ever felt like you were not in a good place. He said, "I just don't understand how to be happy or at peace. Aside from you, I have other individuals in my life that are genuinely happy, have a good spirit, but I don't have that." Let me know if you have felt this way, that there are other people who are genuinely happy, or other people who have a good spirit, but that you felt that you didn't have that. Hey, brother. Hey, Jay, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. So this is what he said to me. He said, "I don't understand how you can come from a background like I did, from the same boarding school that we both went to. He didn't understand how I could come from that place. And maybe you made better decisions than me afterwards. But I wish I could be in the state of mind like you. I just don't understand. I'm depressed, I'm hurting, and I just can't come out of it." That's what he said. That's what he said. So I just had a long conversation with him, and I am so blessed. I am so blessed and grateful to have gone through the trials. And I'm still going through trials, but to have gone through the trials that I have gone through, like I heard someone said, it may have been Twan, that your mess can become your message. And, your test can become a testimony for another person. That the things that we are going through today, may we know or may we realize what they have for someone tomorrow. That they may not be only for us, right? But be it for others. That someone else needs to hear your message. That by you going through these trials and tribulations today, by you making it through to the other side, someone else will keep going. Because I won't name this individual, but as you can see, they were having a tough time. They were telling me that, they had problems drinking every single day. They're on the edge. They're on the precipice. They don't know which way to turn, and they feel that in a moment, it could all be over. Have you ever felt like this? That's why we need to share ourselves. Yes, Jay says that's why we need to share ourselves. Yes. And I did impress upon my friend that because he was raised that You have to hold all these things in. You have to be a man, right? You have to hold on to all these emotions, these feelings, these things that you have inside. You have to just persevere, push through it, and that's it, right? Own it, be a man, keep it in, hush, don't talk about it, keep moving, keep fighting, move forward. And I believe that there are different degrees of strength. But I believe that the truly strong person, like Jay says, is a person who's able to share, who is able to let go, who is able to release, who is able to let go of the vice grip of what is holding them. Sometimes the things that we're holding on to are holding us back from achieving those things that we want the most. He looks at me as a person who has achieved this peaceful state, who is finally happy, who has achieved this state, this peaceful mind state that he is unable to achieve, right? He looks up to me and thinks that I'm the one that made it. But what I was expressing to him is that, bro, you don't know, I've had all these same thoughts. You know what I mean? We're way more alike than you think. Even back in the group home that we were in, back in the boarding school, I was asking other people, where does your happiness come from? What makes you happy all the time? Why is that smile on your face, right? And comparison can be the thief of all joy. When we compare our year 1 to someone else's year 20, when we compare our current day experiences to someone else's, it's unfair to us. It's unfair to you when you compare your current day circumstances to someone else's, because you don't know their story. You may see their glory, but you don't know their story, right? You don't know what they had to do, the shift that had to be made to turn their life around. May you have any idea what they had to do to overcome the overbearing things that may have been weighing them down, that had burdened them and kept them pressed down for so long before they found that inner power. And that's another thing that I told him, that it has to come from within. The happiness, the peace that you seek, it's an inside job. I had to learn that from my relationship, that was never the same, all sorts of things. I wanted things to be the way I wanted, right? And my expectation created that suffering. The way I thought things should be, the way I thought life should be, right? I ended up suffering so much because of my expectation. Let's see, Jay says, yes, comparison is the thief of all joy. Comparing yourself to another person, to wish to be another person is to waste the life that you have today. To wish to have the life of another is to waste the one that you have already. You have your life. You have the life you're living today. And so comparison is the thief of all joy, And we often do that. We often do ourselves that disservice of comparing our lives to others and saying, well, why can't I be like that person? Look at them. Look at what they have done, It has to come from within. Yes, Jay. Jay says it has to come from within. I do believe that, brother. I've found that to be true in my experience, that no outside substance has given me what I have found within. No outside anything, be it material, be it a drug, be it a religion, be it a relationship. Nothing on the outside has ever given me more than I have gained on the inside. And so that was one thing I had to leave him with. He asked me, can you give me one thing? Just one thing that could turn me around, one thing, one shift that I could make right now in my current circumstances that could get me going to the next level. What is one thing that you could tell me that I could do? And I told him that when I learned from the Burmese monks and nuns about impermanence, is that nothing is permanent. all things are impermanent. And I used to think I knew what that meant. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I had to empty my cup to even allow those ideas to flow through me, right? But I used to be afraid to die. I used to think, because nothing is permanent, right? That my life was coming to an end, and this is a scary thought. And I used to allow this thought to hold me down, to hinder me from reaching my greatest version. But then when I ran into them, the monks taught me that impermanence can be beautiful. Once we realize the beauty of impermanence, we see that because nothing is permanent, then all is permitted, right? Because if everything was permanent, you would not be watching this video. I would not be doing this video. This cell phone would not exist. This laptop would not exist. We would not exist, my friend, if all was permanent. So realizing that because nothing is permanent, we get to be here on this bright blue and green planet. And so to bring it home for him, I told him that since nothing is permanent, good times, they may not last forever, but neither do bad times. Riches, wealth, abundance, all of that stuff, they may not last forever, but neither does poverty. Neither does lack, right? You may not always see the sun, but that doesn't mean it's not shining. It's gonna come back. The dark times are not permanent. The night is not permanent. So I told him that the best advice that I can give to get you on that right track, the best step that I can advise to take is everything that you are seeking outside of yourself, everything that you want from another person or from anything that you are seeking, drowning yourself and, whatever you are seeking, give it to yourself. If you seek love, give love to yourself. I told him, bro, the only reason why I'm able to give these things to you is because I gave it to myself. The way that I'm able to give you this love is because I gave love to me, to myself. We can only give what we have already, right? Imagine a cup, right? If you don't have anything inside it, nothing will come out. You can't pour water out of an empty cup, right? Water has to first go in the cup. So I told him, I was like, bro, my best advice would be, because you can't give hatred to another person if you don't have hate within you already. You can't give love to another person if you don't have love within you already. So give all these things that you want, that you desire from others, that you desire from your circumstances, from life, everything that you want, give it to yourself. Give it to you. And start to see what happens. Just see what happens when you give yourself more attention, when you get more in tune with yourself, when you give yourself love, when you give yourself kindness, tenderness, joy. When you give yourself these things, just see what more that you have to give. But that's what I told him. So yes, Jay, yes. Thank you, Jay. Jay says we can only give what we have already. Truth. This is truth. I had to learn this the hard way, The hard way, I had to learn it. Everything in my power, I wanted nothing more than to make those who were closest to me happy. But I was neglecting to learn that happiness is an inside job. Peace is an inside job. It has to come from inside. So thank you for being here, my friend. This was day 10 of the gratitude journey, and I am thankful for my trials. I am thankful for my tribulations. I am thankful for everything that I went through, all the tests, because we know that the teacher is always silent during the test, right? And experience can often be the harshest teacher because it's the only teacher that gives you the lesson after it gives you the test. So I'm so glad that I've gone through the things that I've gone through to be able to impart the things that I've been able to my friends and people who need it when they need it the most. So be that for another person today if you can, but be that for yourself as well. Thank you for listening, my friend. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you, Jay. Shout out to you, brother. Mr. Live Hacker. Always on live. And be blessed. Have a wonderful, prosperous, and productive day, my friend. Take care. Till next time, tomorrow will be day 11. Tomorrow will be day 11 on the gratitude mindset journey.